Hi, my name is Charlie Holdermate and I'm going to be cooking as part of Unit 2. And today we are going to be doing some campfire rice pudding. So we've got our pan and we're going to fill it with some water. What we're going to do, we're going to pop the lid on and then we're going to pop it onto the fire. And if you would like to, you can use a glove for this, but if you're happy not to, you don't need to. I'm just going to sit that there and let it boil. So the reason I've put the lid on is to stop anything falling out from the trees and landing in my pan, and it also allows the water to boil a bit quicker. So we'll know it's boiled once we're seeing steam and seeing bubbles. So I can use my fire glove, and I will obviously use my fire glove because it's a metal pan, to take the lid off and check on that, but we'll just let that boil away and while I prepare all the other bits I'm going to need for my campfire rice pudding. So my ingredients are here. So I've got them in a bowl. As I showed you earlier, we've got our hand washing facility, so we encourage the young people to wash their hands before and after. And if we're bringing things like milk and eggs into the woods, we want to use them straight away or keep them refrigerated before we use them. A cool bag and some ice blocks will do the trick. So in a moment I'm going to measure out the rice, and I'm going to use this cup. I'm going to do about 1.25 cups of rice and let that boil away. And then I will drain that and add 1.25 cups of milk, 1.25 cups of sugar and 2 eggs, and I'll mix that up and get it heating. But I'll show you those step by step in a moment. So as I said, we're just going to let the water boil away, and we can check on it if we're not sure by just using our glove and pulling off the lid. And I can already start to see some of the bubbles starting, showing me that it is boiling. So we just need to wait now. And while we wait, I can show you the other meal that we are going to be cooking. So let me just go and grab my things. So we are going to be making some campfire banana boats. And what you need to do for this is you need to take your banana and you can remove any stickers, making sure we take all our litter away from us. So I'm just going to put that in the bowl out the way. And then we can take our knives. We just need to be careful. We can, if we're struggling, we can use a chopping board. We want to get our young people to sit very comfortably with it on their laps. And then we're going to take our knife and we're going to make a slit down the middle of our banana, and we're going to be cutting straight through the banana skin, making sure that we don't cut through the middle. So we've made our slit, we've cut through the middle, we haven't cut through the bottom. And then we're just going to tease our banana apart. And then this is the fun bit. This is where we then fill our banana with our yummy treats. So I've got some chocolate chips. Let's push them in, and then I've also got some marshmallows. Fill my board. can use all sorts of things. We've got honey and raisins with us as well. Maybe you might want to ask the young people what they would like in their bananas and bring it along. Always really important to check for any allergies as well. Pop that in there. Oh, this looks like it's going to be a good breakfast. And then the last thing you need to do is wrap this whole thing in foil. So take some foil. Just going to pop another log on, I think, to die down till my water's boiled. And then we've got this amazing piece of kit called a Dutch oven. Ooh, heavy things they are. And you can pop the bananas into there, and then you can pop them in the embers or cook them on top. So we're going to do that later once our rice is done. So we're just going to go back and check our rice now. And so we're using the cooking methods of boiling for our rice, and we're going to just check on the water now. So you can see the steam coming off it as I remove the lid, and there's a few bubbles, but it's still not quite ready. So we'll just let that keep going. Just make sure the logs are actually in the fire burning. And we can see the wind direction helping feed the fire. So part of that fire triangle is getting that oxygen into our fire to fan our flames. So it's nice that there's a breeze coming through today. So we're going to boil our water, and then we're going to cook our bananas by baking them in the Dutch oven. So while I'm waiting for the water, I'm going to make some more of my bananas. So I make that slit. I'm teasing the banana open, and then I'm going to pop chocolate chips and marshmallows into the middle, making sure that I don't cut through the bottom of the banana because all the filling will come out. Squidging the marshmallows in. Oops. And as ever, if anything falls on the floor, we don't want to leave it there, we want to get rid of it. So this is now rubbish, this packet. And if anything falls on the floor, we don't want to reuse it. So we're going to put that in the bin. And we'll get some more foil. And we'll wrap our bananas in foil. And again, popping it in the Dutch oven. And we'll do one more. Can't hear the water boiling just yet. Just teasing that banana apart. I'm going to put some marshmallows in. Foil. our water, because we want to get our rice on. Again, remember that respect position on one knee so you can get away if you need to. Okay, so that's boiling now. So what we want to do is add our rice. So I'm just going to pull this to the edge. Take the lid off, you can see lots of bubbles, you can see all the steam. And we're going to get our rice on, and then I can get some more bananas made. So instead of bringing scales in, although if you wanted to bring scales in you could, and look at numbers and things like that, a useful method is just using cups for measuring. So I'm going to use a cup and a quart of rice. Just going to move slightly to the right because that is some serious heat on that fire. So I'm just going to tip my rice into there and just use another quarter of a cup. And then using my glove again because the pan's going to be very hot now. Pop my lid back on to my pan and pop it back into the fire. And this time I want to keep an eye on it. I don't want the rice to stick to the bottom, so I might want to just start by just giving it a quick stir, mixing it around. And again, I can put the lid on, makes it cook a bit quicker, keeps the debris from the trees out. But I just need to make sure I'm checking on this and using my spoon to give it a stir to stop it sticking from the bottom. And again, while I'm waiting, I can prepare the next bit of my meal again. So I'm just going to continue cutting up my bananas. I've got 2 more to do. So I'm going to make 5 of these today. Again, we're teasing it out. We're going to put our chocolate chips in. Again, you can use whatever fillings you like. I'm just going to, for ease of teaching, I'm just going to use chocolate chips and marshmallows. Because the great thing about this is they're going to melt and go very gooey. Again. Our last one. So really important if we're teaching children to use our knife, that we're pointing it down, that we're not holding our banana as we cut, that we're keeping our hands well out of the way. So if we accidentally slip, we're not going to be cutting ourselves. And obviously I've left the knife there because I know that I've got a stable base, but the children can pop these down onto into a bowl or onto another flat surface that is off the floor, because we're going to be obviously using the knives for our cooking. So again, teasing it apart, filling it with marshmallows, just checking on the fire. So if it looks like it's going out, we might want to get some more logs on. Let's get some chocolate chips. That in, nice and gooey. Right, so just again another quick check on the rice. Taking our glove, taking the lid off. It's boiling lovely there. Just giving it a stir. I can just feel it start to stick on the bottom, so we don't want that, so we're just going to give it a stir again. There we go, lovely, and pop that back on. our bananas in there. Might just do 3 and then do the other 2 later because there's not much space. But that's fine, so we can get our 2 on. And then once our rice pudding's cooked, we'll put this into the fire. There's loads of heat in that, it's boiling away just nicely. I'm just going to go and get a spoon because I'm going to want to try this when I think it might be ready. So we want it nice and soft, we don't want it hard. Yep, just boiling the rice, nearly there I think. Seems so much quicker than the hob. I don't know why.
More heat, isn't it?
More heat, yeah. That looks good. So my 3 bananas are in the Dutch oven, but the other 2 I'll cook after, shall I?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think.
There we go. That's great. Just to double check the video's still filming because that's the problem. Are we still good? Yep, we're still good. Lovely.